See, I don't know who this message is going to touch, but you know who you are. And it's time to get to work. So many of you, men and women, are going through so much struggle and strife in your life because you are allowing the enemy to attack you through spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare is a real thing. Spiritual warfare will have you doubting yourself, will have you questioning yourself. Is this what you're really trying to tell me, God? Is this what you're really trying to show me? Is this really my purpose? And there's so many men and there's so many women that's procrastinating because you are allowing Satan to throw all these mental roadblocks in your way. What if I told you that the skill set, the vision, the God-given ability that God has blessed you with is a blessing that could bless thousands of people, hundreds of people. And the enemy is aware of that. So the enemy understands that you are the tool that God is trying to use, and Satan is trying to break God's tool, which is you. You are a tool that God is trying to use that could bless thousands of people. Do you think the adversary want to see those thousands of people get blessed? Huh? Do you think he wants to see thousands of people benefit off of your skill set, of the blessing and the value that you could add in their life? No. So the enemy is trying to break the tool, which is you, that God is trying to use. And spiritual warfare shows up through self-doubt, questioning, you struggling with sleep because your mind is so busy, you don't know how to rest well. Because that's where it all starts. Now you're wondering who's going to support you. Are my friends, are they going to show up? Is my husband going to support me? Is my wife going to support me? Who's going to have my best interests at heart? You can't worry about that. You got to move. Because if you don't move on it, it will get moved on to the next person. God's will get done one way or another, whether it's through you or not. But there's a special calling on your life that God has for you, and you are allowing yourself to be defeated with spiritual warfare. You got to stop worrying about who sees what you're doing, who's going to follow through and supporting you. You can't worry about that. You got to start now. You got to start somewhere. I encourage you, if you have a vision, whether it's a business idea, whether it's, you changing career paths or starting something from the ground, you got to come up with a plan, come up with an outline, map it out, jot down names of people that you know that could probably help you on your journey. And if that outline turns out to be people that's not in your friend circle, that's not in your family circle, but people that you know that take care of business, that handle business, that follow through, and they show consistency in their own personal lives, and you know that they could possibly help you, you got to start from somewhere. Don't worry about if your friends or if your family is falling by the wayside. Your friends are not going to support you. Your family is not going to support you. Get it through your head. Accept that. They're going to watch you from a distance. They're going to tell you, oh, I see how you're doing. I see how your little business going. I see what you're trying to do. I see you. They'll tell you that. But they're not going to support you. They don't believe in you. Let me be the one to tell you that. Your family, your friends, they don't believe in you. Your friends and family have you in a bubble. They have you in a box. Because you're just little old Chris. You're just little old Ashley, little old Crystal, little old Mike. That's what they see you as. Just little old this, little old that. They don't see you surpassing that little old level. They don't see you breaking outside of that box that they put you in. That's another thing that's tied into spiritual warfare. You got to break outside of that. You can't worry about who's going to support you. A lot of people are not going to support you. A lot of people that you know, a lot of people that you love and you cherish, they're not going to support you until they see people that they don't know supporting you. It is what it is. It is what it is. And you know it. You know it. Accept it. But sometimes some people won't get it. Some people will not be able to break through and chip through that surface level of spiritual warfare until they hear somebody say it. Your friends don't believe in you. Your family don't believe in you. Yeah, your mom, your dad, and sometimes not even your mama. Sometimes not even your daddy. Sometimes not even your wife. Sometimes not even your husband. It's an ugly thing. And it's a lonely journey. But you got to be faithful to the Lord. You got to be faithful to God, because that's who gave you your ability. That's who gave you your vision. That's who gave you your superpower. He didn't give it to you for no reason. And when God comes back, are you going to be on purpose, on God's purpose, or on your meaningless purpose? Are you going to be existing, or are you going to be living? Analogy I'm gonna give you. You know how when we were kids and your mom used to pull up at your school, pop up, look at you through the window of the classroom door, see you playing around, dancing, not listening to the teacher? Or your dad got off from work early. My dad used to work at the chemical plant, and some days they got rained out. And he would pull up on me in his work boots and his his chemical plant jumpsuit or whatever. And he would pull up on me, looking in that classroom, seeing if I'm paying attention, seeing if I'm taking care of business. And if it looks like I'm not taking care of business, he would open that door and point at me. And I'll already know I'm going to get dealt with when I get home. Are you going to disappoint God when he comes back? Are you going to be in God's purpose, or are you going to be in your purpose of in the hamster wheel, allowing spiritual warfare to defeat you? Your purpose is not the purpose that God wants you on. I know that's an ugly thing to hear. I know that's an ugly thing to hear, but this is how so many of you get brainwashed on your job. Yeah, you're making decent money, you're making a decent living, but is that really what you enjoy doing? Is that really God's purpose for you? If you know it's not, you got to start chipping away at it. You got to start putting that outline together. And let me go back to this. When you start putting your outline together and you start jotting down those plans, those bullet points, those names of people that you can see that, yeah, they may have a strong personality, but they'll keep you accountable. It's not going to be your friends. It's not going to be your family. But that person that has that strong personality, they could benefit you and you could benefit them. You may lead them closer to Christ. They may lead you closer to Christ. Start networking with women, ladies, that they may have a strong personality, but you may rub off on them. They may rub off on you. Fellas, same thing. Same thing. And especially black men. Especially black men, because a lot of black men, I understand some of you, even black women, you may have your pro-blackness about you. You may want to work with another black woman and all this other stuff, but you got to realize sometimes you got to go outside of that. If God calls you to his purpose includes working with white people, Latino, women, people of all races. Then if that's what's going to help you achieve your journey, that's what you got to do. But I got to talk to y'all. I got to tell y'all, this spiritual warfare is real. This spiritual warfare is real. So I just want to encourage y'all, because I'm not the only one that dealt with it. I'm not the only one that faces it. from time to time. I'm not gonna sit up here and make it sound like it's easy, because it's not. When God has a calling for you, it's gonna get hard. It's gonna get challenging. You're gonna lose so many friendships. You're gonna fall out with family and friends and all this other stuff. But that's how it works. That's how it happens. Some people are not meant to. Some people that you know in your 20s and your 30s, they're not meant to go with you in your 40s. They're not meant to go with you in your 50s. Because some people, they fall apart. They're in line with your spiritual warfare. Some of these people that y'all hang with, that's why you haven't prospered. Because God tried to show you over and over and over, hey, this friend ain't for you. Stop telling all your business. Stop telling all your plans. Stop telling all of what you aspire to do, what you want to do. Yeah, I know I'm working this job that I hate. These people get on my nerves, but you know what, girl? I was thinking about doing this. They were not meant to know. They wasn't supposed to know that, because you have people preying on your downfall. That's another thing, a part of spiritual warfare. Telling your business to the wrong people. Keep it to yourself. Come up with a plan. Start chipping away at it. Once you start coming up with that outline, those bullet points, it's going to come together. Because if you ignore God's plan, ignore his vision, ignore what he gives you, it's going to go to the next person. Trust me, because God's will get done. God bless.